Hi, welcome in. We are doing What Do You Need to Know for Cancer Signs today. These readings are timeless readings, so whenever you find it and it resonates, it is yours, right? So let's see what wants to come through for my beautiful Cancer signs. I have a lot of friends who are Cancers, to think of it. You can watch these videos for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. If you've got strong Cancer in your chart, wow, we've got the attachment coming right out of the gate. It's a number 5 card, so there is some shift going on. Maybe you're seeing the light of something, really, taking the mask off and seeing. Got the Angel of Balance here coming in to support you. I've got a lot here. I'm not taking them. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out for the Cancers. Apparently, my goodness. Again, a lot. So Cancer signs, you may be going through a lot whenever you find this video. We've got the 3rd and the 4th chakra. So this is activating your solar plexus and your heart chakra, activating, going after what you love, speaking your mind. I don't know why I'm getting that. It's not throat chakra, but I'm feeling there could be this, what's in the heart comes out. It's like, but there's just like so the message that's been coming through for me a lot lately is, for years on my awakening journey, I've been in this receiving mode, right? And now it's time to emanate that energy out, and that kind of just feels like what this 3rd chakra is the emanation of that. It's like a sun energy coming through for me, obviously for the obvious reasons, but this is like the heart's in alignment with this. I love the progression of the cards, 37 and 38, going in a new direction. Yeah, going in a new direction. Getting some help from your guides right now. After having maybe detached yourself from a mindset, a situation, a person, a job, I'm just really focused on how she's taking the mask off. And what happens when we take the mask off is like, aha moments come through. And my phone is clarifying that. I'm going to tell you the day that I'm recording this is what are we, the 9th? I have no idea. It's a Monday in March, 2nd Monday. Electronics have been really wonky today. Doing things, I do Duolingo, and even the recordings on that are acting up, speaking out of turn. It's been really a bizarre, energetic day today, but great. It's nothing bad, but it's just like, it's funny. Really wonky. Anyway, so yeah, just taking the mask off and really seeing something very clearly, and it boosts your energy. It boosts I am feeling this rush of energy running through me. It boosts your self-confidence, opens your heart chakra, so we have had a lot of energy going on this year already in 2026. Doesn't matter when you find this, but it's a lot of Venus and Jupiter energy, a lot of expansion and dreams coming to fruition. Just saw the Ace of Pentacles. So let's see what wants to come through for my Cancer signs here. What else can you tell us about here? King of Wands. That feels like I've got 2 things coming through, like getting your mojo back, getting something, lighting the fire, within you, and it feels like it comes from seeing something very clearly, and choosing to remove yourself, however you've got to do that. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles in the Chariot. I want to say is like, you know, at first you've had to take some very diligent steps, and now it's like you're running out the door. Spirit's like, no, now it's time to get moving, going into the future energies here. But right now it's like you might need to tread a little carefully here, a little more diligently. The word is coming through. It's like you want to go quickly, and Spirit's saying, right now, let's just slow things down for a moment. We've got to do this the right way, the smart way, right? What else for Cancer signs, please? Let's see. Come on, you want them out? Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, love that. Abundance. Could have something to do with family. Ooh, Tower. Smack dab in the middle of the spread here, the Tower. We'll take a look at that. So this is telling me this is happening now. Whenever you find this reading, or this reading finds you, it's what you're sitting in right now. Five of Wands. That's interesting. The Empress. Good. 3 major arcanas already. Look at this. Emperor and the Empress coming out right next to each other. So could be a divine masculine, divine feminine energy here in the 9 of Wands. Well, all right. So one thing I do want to say, this could be a connection that's been a long time coming. You've had to fight your way mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and maybe even physically to get here. There's been a lot of closing out and clearing of some old karmic cycles and old patterns. But I want to say you, Cancer, are raring to go here. Ready to get something off the ground. You've leveled up. You've seen through whatever illusions you were meant to see through, seeing the truth of something. This Tower could just simply be the, I'm hearing the catalyst that moves things energetically forward. I want to say that this divine masculine energy, the Emperor, I am feeling this is an outside energy, so this could be a twin flame connection here, because I've got both counterparts here, but could be a husband-wife situation. But I feel like this divine masculine, male or female, doesn't matter, but has actually recently just closed a karmic cycle, has been through a lot, because I'm seeing that ship, and I heard feeling like I was tossed upon the rocks like this ship was. So so they may feel like they have been beaten up by their circumstances lately. Could even be by their own thoughts, their, you know, people around them trying to get one up on them, trying to trip them up and keep them in the old timeline here. Let's take a look at that Tower. We cannot ignore it. This could be a surprise. Yeah, 2 of Cups. Surprise. Definitely connection. This is definitely a connection. What else about this Tower? I don't know if you can see that, but they're just like resting on my arm here. All right. King and Queen of Wands now on the table. Queen of Swords and the Healing card. Star. Wow. you know, it feels, I've got a couple things coming. Coming in. I've got this one scenario of where one person is playing, has been having to play both roles. Single mom, single dad, doesn't matter. It's just playing both roles. That's for, you know, a few of you quite possibly, but there's definitely something, some clarity that's been coming through, that's helped you to remove yourself from a situation. And when you did that, that brought a lot of heart chakra, you know, healing for you. There definitely, you know, this King and Queen of Wands has had, come here, cut my nails today, can't do a dang thing with my fingers. This King and Queen of Wands may be vibrant and successful in their own right, but spiritually, they've had a level up. They are definitely now balanced and tuned with one another, both, you know, embodying the inner union, so something can finally come into fruition on the outside in the 3D reality. I think the King of Wands has something to say to me. What do you got to say here, King of Wands? Yeah, so I do want to reiterate, I feel like the masculine energy, male or female, it doesn't matter how you resonate. This, number one, it could be a Leo. Could be an Aries. I just feel like they've been the ones who have, they've been doing a lot of work. They're tired. They've been through some sort of a internal spiritual battle, and now here they are meeting you face to face. They're, you know, they're on the same level. They're vibrating at a higher frequency. You're able to, so this could have been something that may have been, you know, distant, could have been, and the purpose of that distance is, excuse me, I feel like it was spinning. The purpose of that distance was for healing, you know, for enlightenment for both of you, for healing for both of you, you know, whatever that was for you, Cancer sign. So, but this connection has, oh, okay. If this is a twin flame connection, there is an attachment that has, the divine masculine has seen the light of day. The divine masculine is being protected and guided by the angel of balance, trying to get them free of something. And you know, masculine energy, very strong masculine energy on the table, even though I've got the Empress and the two queens here. It's just very strong masculine energy. So I am going to say that if you are a twin flame, or you resonate with that, identify with that, your counterpart, or you, I'll just put that out there, but I feel it's more outside of you, because I felt that King of Wands was outside of your energy. It didn't feel quite your energy to me. They have been getting out of a prior engagement, prior commitment. And right now, I feel like that's when the shit's hitting the fan. Right now, as you're reading this, or you're just coming on the heels, finding this right on the heels of the situation. That connection is being blown apart because it didn't have a firm foundation. Now, what that means for you, Cancer, is now you can probably start feeling that energy churning and wanting to move forward again. You know, you could be receiving telepathic messages from your counterpart. You could be, you know, feeling, you know, kundalini rising again. You could be just feeling the energy rushing back in. There may be a moment of guardedness is what I want to say here, but I it's unwarranted is kind of what I want to say. That might be like an old knee-jerk reaction, so that might be something for you to look at. But this connection is coming together. It might be a surprise to you. But it definitely has to do with the two of you coming together. But one connection is ending, has had to end. And whatever the attachment was to that connection, you could see it play out in your own personal life if you've had your eyes opened up to how you're attached to something or someone else or a situation or a belief, and if you've suddenly had this aha moment and started seeing things a little clearly, and you're feeling the heart chakra open up again and feeling your confidence coming back, your mojo building back up, that's just letting you know that your counterpart is also going through that, especially if you're seeing, you know, your numbers, whatever numbers you see for your twin flame journey, 1111, 144, 717, those are mine. Some others as well, but those are my key ones. So whatever they are for you, this see, or the phone going off when you're talking about your counterpart, seeing their name in different contexts. You know what I mean. So this divine masculine, divine feminine are coming together. They're here. They've embodied inner union, or at least to the level or the frequency that they need to be at to magnetize back toward one another. But we've got the Nine of Wands here, so this is going to take some more work. This is going to take some more clearing of some karmic energy. Let's take a look at this Nine of Wands, Spirit. Knight of Cups. It was kind of wonky. It wasn't quite in the reverse. It was kind of like deciding which way to go. Maybe that's what's going on with the counterpart, is they're deciding which way to go. How best should I approach this? There's been, you know, this definite consideration, you know, with the Knight of Pentacles, the consideration of what they want to do now that their heart is in alignment with, you know, their plans or their hopes, desires, whatever it is. But I want to say, whatever work that you got left to clear, or any kind of karmic debris, this counterpart is showing up with their heart open, ready to do the work with you. You won't be alone. And maybe that's what this Five of Swords is. In this deck, it's the only deck that I have with the Five of, or not Swords, Wands rather, where there's two of them fighting the dragon. Where they're, you know, the dragons here is like stealing their food, man, and they're like, no, not having it. So it's like you and your partner up against the world, right? You guys are, you know, you and me against the world, babe, you know, that kind of thing. And they're coming through to say, don't worry, this time I've got you, I've got us. I'm ready to pour my heart and my energy into this. I am sincere. I'm hearing I am sincere. This is you. I feel like this probably has been came around at some other point in time. But I can say right now that you can trust this. You definitely can trust this, and know that any storms you go through now, they're not to separate you and to take you into other directions. Because the bulk of the healing has been done. This isn't a Four of Swords. This is the Star. This is the major arcana, right? There's things that have been cleared out. There's been truth that came in. There's clarity. People cut out of the situation. So whatever storms you weather, you're gonna weather it together, because there's maturity here. There's alignment here. The frequencies are higher. You know, King and Queen of Wands, those are pretty high frequencies, but then you become the Emperor and the Empress, right? I love this. This is beautiful. So what does it mean for you, Cancer? You know, the heart chakra, you're feeling this coming. I feel like I want to say that. You're feeling this coming. The third chakra, there's an excitement brewing. There's confidence rebuilding, you know, and not saying you didn't have confidence regarding this connection. You may not have even paid it any other attention, you know, because you've detached and surrendered. But everything else in your life may have, you felt a wobble with your confidence. So yeah, what I want to know, what does it mean for Cancer? You know, let's talk to you like you're the Empress. What does that mean for Cancer? Hierophant. Higher power, number one, is all over this. Yes, both of you are meeting together. Something that's been hidden is now coming out into the open. This could be traditional marriage. This could be a traditional, become a traditional connection. It's whatever you want, but this connection is now spiritually aligned. Ooh, I love that. Definitely possible twin flame. So, wow. I got nothing else, Cancer. I got nothing else. They want me to look at the bottom of the deck. Yes, the truth of what I just said. This connection is now spiritually aligned. Doesn't mean it's going to show up tomorrow, but the energy is definitely in alignment for your highest timeline. Truth, clarity. Now both of you are on the same page. Now both of you see what you may have not seen before. Eight of Swords. Now you can come together and create something in the physical. You're being gifted opportunities to put some work into this. I love this. I love this. And the fact that this is all energetically aligned, that energy goes out and it blesses your wallet. It blesses your, you know, your pantry. I mean, everything else just seems to bloom and blossom because the energy of these two are so incredibly aligned now. Like I said, it doesn't mean that there's a physicality yet. And I'm saying, yeah, because there's movement here to move forward. But energetically, that's the ticket right there, right? The physical union is just, man, that's the cherry on top, right? So, but the energetic union, I don't know. There were days I said to my twin flame that, boy, I take this every day, any day, every day. And he's like, well, I want the physical. Well, I get that. You know, that was then, you know, but this is that energetic connection. It's just like undescribable. Indescribable? Undescribable. You know how I speak around here. So yeah, let's get a final guidance card for you, Cancer. This is amazing. You'll have to let me know how this plays out for you. I'm excited. There are going to be a lot of 2026, 2027, into early 2028. There are going to be a lot of twin flame unions across the globe. Wow, those just flew across the table. We've got, yeah, we've got healing coming out. Look at that. I don't think I've ever seen that card come out in a reading. Aw. Fairies. Yeah, there's been deep healing done on both sides now. Communication, I feel like not only, could be some face-to-face communication, but I feel like how she's, looks like she's whispering. She really isn't. She's just sitting there and they're energetically communicating, right? Just being present with one another. So this could be, like I said, a lot of telepathic, maybe dream space communication, or you're just going through your day and you're knowing that they hear you think of you and you hear them think of them, and it's just, and there's the embracing. Yeah, time to open the heart and really take in, you know everything that's going on, embrace it, enjoy it, and nurture it is what I want to say. But I also want to remind us that we're not, when we go through the healing process, like I said, we've been so programmed, even in the spiritual community, to receive, breathe in and receive, pull that light into your body, pull it down out of your feet into the ground, but we're not finishing the process of, now let's radiate that out. I've only met one of my mentors in this journey, especially on the twin flame journey, who's talked about bringing it in, but also emanating it out. And that's Cassidy Kane. If you twin flames 1111. If you don't know who she is, look her up. But I've been with her since the beginning of my journey. So, and she's not steered me wrong. So, she's the only one until now. Now I'm starting to hear people talk about, we're done receiving. Not that we're done receiving, but we're done doing the bulk of the receiving. Now we've integrated and embodied so much. It's about emanating that out, right? It's from survival mode into flow, and for whatever reason, that was important for me to say. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I love this reading for you. I love this for, you are my sister sign. So we've got 11 here too. Just want to see, that's the only one we've got. No, we've got 11 twice. We've got 38 and 11 on the table. So there's my twin flame number, one of them. But so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you're interested in your own personal reading, if this is your reading and you want to go even further, my email will be in the description box below, and I look forward to speaking with you. So I love you. Take care. We'll see you next time.